So someone was like out there thumping on this door. How are you okay with this? That is terrifying. I'm terrified for you. I have goosebumps. This ain't okay, girl. What's up, Rad fam? Today we are taking it to the internet to dive into a scary Reddit thread where users share the scariest experiences they've ever experienced in their entire lives. And guys, it is some straight up nightmare fuel. And the Reddit comments we are specifically looking at today have to do with people feeling unsafe in their houses because creepy people were lurking about. That was a weird way of saying it, but let's get to it. The thread we are diving into today is archived and it has a lot of comments where people shared their spooky happenings. So as always, I'll leave a link down in the description of this video if you want to go explore all the other ones that we don't cover today. Oh y'all, this is gonna be some nightmare fuel. When I was 16, my parents were out of town for the weekend. It was actually pretty sweet because I got to be king of the castle for the weekend. I feel like most teenagers kind of feel that way, you know, whenever you get the chance to have the house to yourself. Oh, but some spooky stuff's gonna be happening. So I get home that Friday night and I just mess around and start watching TV around sunset time. The way our living room was set up was there was a set of glass doors right next to the television that looked out to the backyard / porch area. Oh, no. There's something about like looking out a window at night and like, because someone from the outside can see you easier than you could see them because of the light inside your room. Oh no, already getting the vibes. Don't like it. The backyard was surrounded by ivy that grew up on the hill around a 45-degree angle. So I'm just mindlessly sitting there watching TV and I see the movement from outside. Ugh. At first, I just dismissed it thinking it's a bird or a neighborhood cat or something that's very rational, right? I mean, my first response would be, hey, there's somebody out there or there's a monster out there to come eat me. That's just because I am a paranoid person and this channel has made me incredibly fearful of everything I do in my life. But I can totally get why you just like brush it off. Things move outside, you know, nature and stuff. But then I noticed whatever was moving was way bigger than a bird or cat. I go out and put my face near the glass and stare into the backyard. Why? Someone's gonna spring up and scare you. Oh, yep. And there's some dude just crouching in the ivy looking into my house. That's my worst nightmare. Our eyes meet and he has a somewhat of a oh poop moment and bolts out of our yard. It scared the heck out of me. GG, no, I'm not having it. I'm somebody who used to relish in alone time. I like to be alone in my house. You know, you can just chill, not worry about, you know, if you have pants on. I used to thoroughly enjoy my alone time. These stories have made me quickly not like to be alone. Well, I would say I'm okay during the daytime, but like if I'm alone at night, oh, no. I don't like it. I'm paranoid. Every little creak, every little sound outside, the wind. You guys see me how I act in these videos. I don't do well. Now this is just how I am from reading these stories. But if something in my real life were to happen like this, I don't know, man. I'd just be too afraid. Now this next one is a similar story, which makes this ordeal even more frightening because it's like how common of a problem is someone looking into your house at night. Oh, well, apparently it is. It's more common than I would like to think. So this person goes on to say that their house was set up in a very similar way as the previous person, where their couch and like their TV situation was very close to a window that looked out into their backyard. So, you know, very exposed and vulnerable to someone peeping in at you. I grew up scared that someone would come up to the glass door at night. Yep, me too. That's a real fear every time I take my dog out to pee at night. We had vertical blinds to block out any prospective peepers. But one night when my folks were out of town, I was up late watching TV on the couch, and all of a sudden there were 2 loud knocks right on the glass. Oh my god, that literally is giving me shivers down my spine. No, I don't like this. This is why I always had to have dogs in my life. Just because like they alert you to when people are doing creepy things, you know, or they can like protect you. Of course, my blood goes cold. And I quickly think that maybe one of my friends who knows my parents are out of town snuck out and came over. I work up the courage to go slide open one of the blinds to peek out. No, this is where they made a mistake. No. You don't go up to the direct source of where the sound came from. You try to find like another nearby window that would allow you to see if someone's there. Because once the person sees you, you know, how are you gonna get out of that? I went in fully expecting to see one of my friends outside my door. But what was standing there was some guy with a mustache just looking in at me. He then pulls at the door, but thankfully it's locked. I booked my butt straight up to the front door and ran straight to my aunt's house a few doors down. We called the police and they said there were so many footprints in the snow that he had to have been circling around the house for hours. That made the story 10 times more terrifying. There was even some footprints on the roof by the master bedroom. Again, this is why you get a dog, so they alert you to some funny business. How they not hear them? That is so terrifying. This is why everyone needs to have those like motion detection, like security lights in their backyard. Yeah, that should just come like as a staple to houses now. That is so terrifying. The fact that he was there for hours, waiting for the opportunity to come in, waiting to build up like his nerve to go try the door, waiting to see maybe if he would fall asleep because he saw the TV on, waiting for the parents to leave, and then too many scary thoughts. I hate this. This is terrifying. This is a literal nightmare. I can't believe I'm about to say this. There is another story just like this that someone else experienced for themselves. So this must just be a huge, terrifying problem that horror movies are just like sleeping on or something. Okay, so this person goes on to say that they again had a very similar experience. This girl said she was about 15 to 16 and it was on Halloween. I remember feeling this sense of dread on my way home. The house was 2 stories but had only 2 bedrooms. That's a lot of empty space and would personally make me feel very uncomfortable. I basically want to live in a studio apartment so that I can watch all 4 walls. Wow, this horror channel is really making me paranoid. But hopefully you liked today's video and give this video a big thumbs up. So I'm, you know, torturing myself for a reason. Most of the space was taken up by the downstairs. I slept in the living room on a futon. At the far end of the room were glass doors and a patio. So again, very similar to the setup of the previous stories. No blind. Oh, but this person had no blinds or anything. Okay, I don't know what kind of brave person this is, but someone's definitely watching you if you got no blinds. I was up playing video games pretty late due to that dread feeling that I just could not shake off. And I laid down with my computer still on, lighting up the room. Out of nowhere, someone knocks on the glass doors. I ignored them. How? And it got more frequent and urgent sounding. So someone was like out there thumping on this door. How are you okay with this? That is terrifying. I'm terrified for you. I have goosebumps. This ain't okay, girl. At this point, I was freaked the hell out. I got up without looking at the doors and pretended to be sleepy and checked the front door, then ran up the stairs and hid in the bathroom above the living room. Okay, so she wanted to like play this smartly because she was afraid that if the person that was knocking on the door figured out that she knew that they were there, which they were knocking on the door, so like how did you not know? But this person's kind of smart. They would survive a horror movie or a real life horror situation. Okay. The ventilation system was just holes in the floor with vents over them, so I could see down into the first floor. I tried to wake up my mom and said someone knocked on the door, to which she basically denied happened and went back to sleep. Okay, that's really weird. I kind of question your mom's judgment, but you know, I won't be too judgy here. She just brushed off saying that I must have dreamt it or something, which, hey, you know, that does happen. I have certainly dreamt, well, I mean, I hope I dreamt this, where I've heard someone like knocking on my window or like opening my door or something. Again, I really hope that was just a dream, but now I'm starting to question it. Okay, this is not a time for like a crisis, but still, there's no harm in checking. You know, I got pepper spray, you know, just grab something and do a little check through. What's that hurt, you know? It was then quiet for a while. Then the metal spiral stairs into the basement started creaking. Oh my God, this is literally getting worse. I then heard footsteps. That means someone's like actually in their house. So they're no longer safe then, right? Like you should be calling 911. You should be locking yourself into your mom's room, opening a window, screaming for your neighbors to hear you. By this time, my computer had gone to sleep and it was dark as heck down there, so you couldn't see anything. Next thing I heard was my jar of pennies falling over and spilling coins everywhere. Then, more silence. The stairs then creak again and the intruder left. They must have been scared off by knocking over the change. I checked outside the door into the basement the next day. It was unlocked. Of course. Okay, I got some questions on this one. Like, how did you just like brush that off after hearing someone in your house? How'd you not like call 911 immediately? How'd you not like forever hold this over your mom's head? Because like I would never let that down. I'd be like, yo, we almost died and you didn't do anything about it. But then again, they also didn't do anything about it. So I got a lot of questions on this story. Still very scary nonetheless. And I take back my whole, she would live through a horror movie. I don't know about that one anymore. Okay, well, I am sufficiently freaked out and now I don't want to go anywhere near my living room or be outside at night or just be near a window in general, because even if someone can't see me, now I'm afraid that someone's going to knock on my window. Such a pleasant feeling that this channel gives us, huh? But I think that does it for today's deep dive into some scary comment stories on Reddit. If you guys like this video, please turn on my channel notifications down below so you're notified when the next video goes live. And right now, guys, I'm posting all the time, so you don't want to miss the nightmare fuel that this channel covers. But of course, if you have any video suggestions of like Reddit threads or Twitter threads or what have you that you would like to see us go over or dive into a little bit, leave them down below and it might get made into a video in the future. And until next time, keep with the radness, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye. I need to rearrange this setup. I feel too exposed.